Tonight, the NBC 10 investigators look into uninhabitable homes owned by the Philadelphia Housing Authority that are meant to provide housing. The investigators found the agency let properties deteriorate for years, with many sitting empty for more than a decade. Investigative reporter Claudia Vargas explains why they're not being used to house the thousands of people waiting for public housing.
Use the same step, that's the same porch.
Brooke Lewis grew up coming to her grandparents' home in Brewery Town.
There was an older lady here, and we used to play with kids beside us.
Now, she and her own family call it home. But the neighbors are no longer there, replaced by, Lewis says, raccoons. The two houses to the right of hers are vacant and deemed uninhabitable by the city's Office of Property Assessments. The home to the left was recently demolished after being vacant for more than 30 years and also uninhabitable. All three properties are owned by the Philadelphia Housing Authority.
It's kind of sad because people that need homes, they could be in them, living in them, renovating them, selling them.
They aren't the only PHA homes sitting vacant. The NBC 10 investigators spoke with residents across the city who live next to PHA homes that have long been empty. They all complained of the nuisance, from overgrown trees and weeds to rodents and water damage impacting their properties. The Philadelphia Housing Authority declined to share its vacant property inventory with the NBC 10 investigators, citing safety concerns. A look through the city's Office of Property Assessment data does give us a window into the condition of PHA's properties. We found that as of last year, OPA had deemed at least 235 of the Housing Authority's sites as uninhabitable and structurally compromised. Those are the red dots you see here. The orange are the 59 homes labeled as having substantial damage. PHA President and CEO Kelvin Jeremiah says the authority has limited funds for maintenance and redevelopment.
We receive approximately $50 million. We have approximately $2 billion worth of needs.
He says every property in the agency's portfolio has a plan, whether it is to be rehabbed, assembled as part of a larger project, or sold.
I would ask residents who are living next to some of these assets, please be patient with us. I don't print money.
But it's been 10 years for some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And in some cases, these were assets that we got back in the 1960s and 70s in the very condition that they are in right now.
PHA acquired this Point Breeze house in 1981. Its condition at the time is unclear. The Housing Authority tells us the home last had a tenant in 2018. Now, it's sealed and deemed uninhabitable by the city.
What an opportunity to make a great home for a family that needs it. And I understand, because I've studied this issue, that it's really expensive to do that.
Rowan University assistant professor Lou Thomas says some of the city's old infrastructure, including PHA, still have lead paint and materials no longer considered safe.
Before you're going to put anything back out there, especially for public housing, there's extra layers of red tape.
He says deferring maintenance can catch up to a property.
It's often cheaper to tear it down and rebuild.
In some cases, PHA properties deteriorated to such an unsafe or dangerous condition that the city demolished them. That was the case with the house to the left of Lewis. It was deemed unsafe in 2015. Then in July 2024, the city cited it for being imminently dangerous. It was torn down this September, adding to PHA's inventory of 1,300 vacant lots.
PHA says it's in the final stages of transferring the properties next to Lewis's home to an affordable housing developer. Jeremiah tells us that last year the agency rehabbed 1,100 scattered site properties. It plans to do the same in 2026. For the investigators, Claudia Vargas, NBC 10 News.